So when you first log into VoiceOverview, this is what you're going to see: a completely blank slate. Wonderful widgets that have yet to be populated with any information. We'll talk about those widgets in separate tutorials going forward. So when you first log in, what you want to do is you want to go straight to your Settings tab. And this is where you will set up VoiceOverview so that it is customized specifically for you. You want to start off at Personal Settings. So Personal Settings is simply your name and then your contact and job reminder frequency. So I prefer to have mine at 30 days, and I would suggest starting yours out at 30 days as well. The other thing that you can do here is you can change your name. So for example, if this guy's name is actually Barton and it's Betas, we can change it to Barton Betas. I'm not going to do that here because this is the user that I use for my testing. But I did change it to 30 days, so I will save that setting. Next, we'll go to the Job Type tab. This is where you will create the settings for the types of jobs that you book. So for example, if you don't do ADR, if you don't do animation or anime, perhaps you don't do audiobooks, or perhaps you only do one type of audiobook. Maybe you only do royalty share audiobooks. You can select just one part of a category. For example, coaching. If you do coaching and maybe you do audio coaching, you can select just one part of that so that only one option shows up. Or maybe you don't do any coaching at all. As you can see, it's super easy. Select them all, deselect them all with a single click. Choose your settings. Once you've done that, then click Save. So for example, this is actually my account, and so this is exactly what I have. I've deselected everything that I don't do because I want my drop-down menu when I track a job, I want my drop-down menu to be as clean as possible. So that's what that looks like. We'll do the same thing for job source. Where do you get your work from? Perhaps you get it from agents. Maybe you don't have a manager, so you're going to deselect manager. Maybe you do some online casting, but you're selective about where you do it. So we'll go ahead and deselect those that you don't use. I recommend both for job type and job source keeping this other field. And the reason is, if we don't have a category for that particular job type or job source, you can select other, and then you'll have a drop-down free text box where you can type in what type of job it is or where you found that job. Once you've done that, click Save Settings. And again, so this is what my actual job source looks like. So you can see that it's super clean. It's only those areas that I actually book work in. If I book with a casting director at some point, then I will click that and I'll save it, and then I will have that as an available option when I go to track a job. So now moving on. Tags. The system comes pre-baked with 4 tags that are specifically for contacts: client, auditioned, lead, and prospect. You can create custom tags, and I will show you how to do that, and I'll also talk about how they're best used in a future tutorial. Next, we'll go to Overview Settings. So on the Overview page, we saw all of those widgets where all of that data is displayed when you start to track your jobs. So if you found that you did not want something to be displayed on that home page, you could disable it here. Conversely, if you disabled something from the home page, you can enable it here if you decided that you wanted to see it again. Subscription, this is where you can change your subscription. So for example, this is a complimentary pass account, but for example, if you are on a monthly plan and you decided to change to a yearly plan, you can do that. If you're subscribed and you decide that you want to unsubscribe, there is an unsubscribe link right here for subscription accounts, but we hope you don't do that. So thanks so much for being part of the VoiceOverview community, and if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to info@voiceoverview.com and we'll be happy to help you.